So, told you the other day that we were going to start doing more single fragrance reviews. Well, here we are with another one. So you want to know what fragrance I came up with to talk to you guys about today? Well, you know what you got to do. First of all, you got to keep it locked right here. Second of all, you got to meet me on the other side of this intro, and then we're going to talk about it. See you soon. What's going on, everybody? You guessed it. It is your boy, LL Cool Trey. That's right. Trey Belafonte in the building. I don't know how y'all knew it was me. I don't know how'd y'all know it was Trey Belafonte? Listen, so something been discussing with a very close friend of mine. Anyway, story to that, y'all just never mind. About doing some single fragrance reviews. So here we are, alone together. Just me, y'all, and some fragrances. Or fragrance. Something I'm gonna be doing on the channel here and there. Now listen, if you think I'm fixing to turn into one of these proper reviewers that pronounces everything correctly and says everything the right way, or that I'm gonna stop doing stuff like all black party, all white party, what wearing to the cookout. No, we just gonna mix it up a little bit more. Reason being because I think it gives us an opportunity to focus on one fragrance. And sometimes that's good, because when you have a list, you know, instead of focusing on all 10 fragrances and trying to remember all of them, you can just focus on that one. So we are a minute and a half into this video, and I haven't even told you about the fragrance yet. Let me get to it. This fragrance comes from a very reputable house, known for their clothing, I think, suits, ties. I even had some watches from this house. This particular fragrance is a flanker. Now, I'm fixing to give it away. This particular fragrance is a flanker to one of the best-selling men fragrances of all time. It's Ali, some say. Personally, there's another fragrance I think is better, but anyway. It is a flanker, and it is from the house of, you ready? Wish I had a drum roll right here. It is from the house of Giorgio Armani. So that makes it a flanker to Acqua Di Gio. You guessed it. Now, which one is it? Which one is it? Is it Absolute? Is it Profumo? Is it Profundo? Which one is it? It is, gotta make sure, Profumo. This is a fragrance that I think doesn't get the talk that it deserves, and I'm not sure why. It is a very subtle fragrance. It is very smooth. It is very easy to wear. It could easily be an office scent. When you first spray this fragrance on, you get this fresh C-note bergamot type of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's got just this nice crispness to it. The citrus in it is not so overpowering that it automatically makes you think about a citrus fragrance, or it's not so overpowering that it makes you think about a youthful fragrance or anything. It doesn't really even come across very aquatic, even though it has C notes listed as some of the notes. But again, you get that smooth, cool bergamot, which is a note that I love. Bergamot and neroli are some of my favorite notes. I really like that. That is just, you know, fragrances like this just remind me of honestly being a grown man. You know what I'm saying? It smells good. It smells of high quality. It smells expensive, but it doesn't smell like you're trying too hard. It just doesn't. And something in it, to me, and I don't know if it's the sage or the rosemary that's in it, but something in it, could be the incense, gives me sort of a Bleu de Chanel type of vibe. Sort of. I'm not saying it's as good as Bleu de Chanel, but I'm saying something in it kind of leans that direction. Nonetheless, this is a fragrance that I think you guys should get your hands on, and it's a fragrance that I think deserves much more talk and much more attention in Fragcom. Now, price point on this, anywhere from $75 to $125, depending on what size bottle you get and where you get it. I suggest always shopping online, and I think you can get these online for around the $80 mark, maybe $90, give or take a few, depending on what coupon codes you put in and all that good stuff. Nonetheless, I think this is a fragrance that you guys should get your hands on. Now, man, it smells good. That bergamot is really coming through. I like that. The C notes fade kind of fast, and that bergamot comes right through it. But the thing about the bergamot is this, I know a lot of times a bergamot fragrance can smell almost unisex, or I don't want to use the word feminine, but sometimes they can be so bright that, you know, they can smell like a lot of the modern women's fragrances. But it's something in this one. Again, and I don't know if it's the sage or the rosemary or the incense, but something in this fragrance gives it a mature, masculine smell, but it doesn't come across as if you're trying too hard. Does that make any sense to you? It's not like, you know, like some fragrance, like, I'm just gonna be honest, like I don't mind the smell of Sauvage at all. But when you put on Sauvage, you wearing Sauvage specifically to get compliments. I mean, that's just why you wear that fragrance, because you know you're gonna stand out, you know people are gonna pay it some attention, you know people are gonna notice it. That's why you put on Sauvage, because you want that attention. I'm just being, and hey, I like compliments too. So let's, you know, don't act like, you know, let's not act like I'm saying that I don't wear fragrances that I know are gonna give me compliments. We all do. But the majority of the reason, probably about 85% of the reason that I wear a fragrance that I want to wear is because, just like I said, because I want to wear it. Nonetheless, you still got that 15% that's just like, yeah. I know when I walk up in the doctor's office, with this on, they gonna, even if they don't say nothing, I know. Okay, let me get back on track. I so easily get sidetracked. Anyway, about this fragrance, Acqua Di Gio Profumo. Occasions to wear this. I could see this being worn to church because it's not going to cause too much of a distraction, but it does smell good. And like I said, that bergamot is going to hang in there for quite a while. It's a good little office scent. Okay, it's not a monster projector. It's not a monster performer, but neither is the OG Acqua Di Gio. So this is no exception. This is not going to get you 10, 12 hours of longevity. You'll be lucky to get 6. At least that's what my skin is saying. My skin is saying 6 on the longevity, maybe an hour and a half on the projection, maybe, depending on when you wear this one. If something about this fragrance, even though it's a heavy citrus fragrance, well, not heavy citrus, but citrus is one of the notes that is going to be on the top, because bergamot is some type of citrus. This is one I think you may want to pull out on cooler days, or maybe even at night. I wouldn't wear this in the direct sun. I would keep this in a controlled environment if I were you. Just saying that that's just my thing. If you're gonna be in the car, if you're going from the car to the office, I think you'll be fine. But if you think about wearing this to your son's t-ball game, I think the sun is just gonna evaporate it off of you and it's gonna beat it off of you. You know, this time of the year, think you can get away with wearing this one here all day. I think you can wear it in the morning or in the evening. Well, if you live where I live, because the temperatures are starting to cool off, but it has rained a lot. And it always, this time of the year, when the rain comes through, the temperatures never go back up like ha-ha. So, which makes me think we might have actually a winter this year, because we didn't have much of one last year. But anyway, occasions to wear this fragrance. Again, I think I would wear it to church. I think I would wear it to work if I was in a controlled setting. Wouldn't necessarily wear this to a wedding, unless it was an indoor wedding. I wouldn't wear this to an outdoor wedding. I wouldn't necessarily wear this on a date unless it was somebody that I was dating on a regular basis. First, second date, I wouldn't wear this because I don't think you're gonna stand out. I think you're gonna smell too cologne-y, and you're probably gonna remind me of an ex. So I wouldn't wear this on a first date. That's just me. But overall, I recommend you get this fragrance. I don't understand why it doesn't get more talk in the fragrance community. It probably did when it first came out. I mean, look at it. That's a magnetic cap. That's what we all like, right? Yeah. Nonetheless, Acqua Di Gio Profumo by Giorgio Armani. Nice citrus. As my battery's getting dead, so that means I'm about to wrap up my videos for the night. Nice, masculine, citrus style of a fragrance. It's not overly masculine. It's not overly citrus, but citrus is something that you're gonna pick up throughout the notes. And incense. Again, it has this about 10-minute phase where it's gonna remind you a little bit of Bleu de Chanel, and it could be the sharp citrus, it could be the incense, not sure. But that quickly fades and then it turns into a scent of its own. Don't really get a whole lot of the Acqua Di Gio DNA in here. So if Acqua Di Gio is a fragrance that you love, you may not like this one. If Acqua Di is a fragrance that you dislike, you may like this one. But nonetheless, one last time from the house of Giorgio Armani. There it is. Profumo. All right, guys, I am going to jump off here. Again, thank you all for being the best part of this channel. Thank you all for tuning in and stopping by to see what I'm up to and to see what I'm talking about. I really, really appreciate it. If I've earned it, like the video. If I've earned it, share the video. And if you've come by my channel several times and have not subbed, if I've earned it, please consider giving me a sub. And for those of you who just keep returning to the scene of the crime, thank you. You are greatly, greatly appreciated. And I am going to jump off here because I got some thumbnails to make and got to upload and all of this stuff. So until the next time we meet, may God bless you all. Take care of yourselves. And I'll see you on the other side. Peace. Grab my little remote and end it like this. That was an epic fail.